The New Orleans Pelicans exceeded expectations last season, where they beat the San Antonio Spurs and Los Angeles Clippers in a play-in tournament to make the playoffs as the 8th seed. They won against the Phoenix Suns in the playoffs and gave them a run for their money by taking the series all the way to 6 games. Even though they lost the series against the Suns, they showed their team's potential. Many of their players have shown that they have an important impact on the team. Brandon Ingram and CJ McCollum are some of the players on the team that stood out the most last season, with Ingram dropping 27 points per game in the playoffs, and CJ McCollum being the veteran guard who was the X factor to the Pelicans turning their season around. When the Pelicans traded for CJ McCollum, it was like the team's morale went up and gave them confidence that they can make the playoffs. The Pelicans also have great role players such as Herbert Jones and Jose Alvarado, who are good defenders, Trey Murphy, who is an amazing shooter, and Jonas Valanciunas, who is an efficient rebounder. Not to mention that Zion Williamson will be returning from injury, where he missed all of last season with a foot injury. He even signed a contract extension with the Pelicans with a weight clause in his contract that says the Pelicans can subtract money from Williamson if the sum of his weight and body fat percentage is above 295 pounds. This is important because now Zion Williamson will have to be aware about keeping himself in shape due to his contract's clause. He was an all-star his second year in the NBA, and I believe he will get back to that type of status next season. The Pelicans don't just have a lot of good players, but they also have a good coach in Willie Green. In his first season with the Pelicans and as a head coach, he has shown that he is capable of leading a team and gaining the trust of the players as well. In my opinion, the Pelicans have everything they need to have a winning record in the regular season and go far into the playoffs. Even though the Pelicans have a lot of young players on their team, with them recently drafting the 19-year-old guard Dyson Daniels with the 8th pick, they still have solid veterans to keep the balance on their team with CJ McCollum, Jonas Valanciunas, and Larry Nance Jr. I think this combination is key to a team having success because it allows the young players to learn from the veterans and ask them questions. There have been reports saying that the Pelicans are still interested in trading for Kevin Durant. Even though trading for KD might improve their team, I still think the team they already have is good enough to win the West. One thing the Pelicans have that a lot of teams don't is bench depth. The Pelicans have 15 players on their roster that can get minutes on the team. I don't think the Pelicans will just be good this season, but I think they will have success in the future as well, due to their team having a lot of players 24 and younger. They also have many of their players under contract until the 2023 to 2024 season, so they have time to build chemistry. The duo of Brandon Ingram and Zion Williamson will be a problem for the NBA because I can see both players continuing to play at an all-star level. Although Ingram's points per game dropped last season to 22.7 compared to his first 2 seasons with the Pelicans, where he dropped 23.8 points per game. I believe that his experience in the playoffs really helped him get back to being a great scoring forward who can help create shots for himself and his teammates. While Zion Williamson's injury did sideline him for the whole season, it still gave him a lot of time to recover and be healthier than he was before. The Pelicans are going to be an exciting team to watch, but more importantly, I think they're going to be a contender to win the West.